Breaking news now. Digital ID will be made law for all adults in an effort to tackle small boats. Downing Street believes that a mandatory ID card system will help stop illegal immigrants.
So the end times is pretty much a sensitive topic right now because of what kind of stuff just took place on social media. A lot of people set a date for the rapture, and in my opinion, that was a mistake. I don't think that should have ever been done, but it was done. And so we have a global platform and we are dealing with regular people across the world. And so this is why we need to test all things. But I need you to remember that just because somebody said something that was out there doesn't necessarily mean that it's true. And so we need to test all things and hold fast to that which is good. And so anyways, that video that we just watched has a very fascinating title to it. The Prime Minister of the UK is going to require all UK adults to own government-issued digital ID. And here, this was on September 25th, 2025. At the same time, the Secretary of War is ordering a rare and urgent meeting of hundreds of generals. And so this is a developing story. Nobody knows what is going to be discussed there, but that is very unusual. Also, at the same time, Lavrov from Russia says that NATO and the EU have declared war on Russia and are directly participating in it. This is an interesting thing, and we need to be paying attention to this. Things, just because this date has come and gone and people are very disappointed and discouraged, there's still a ton of things that are happening. And just a few days ago, President Trump said that if a Russia plane flies into NATO's airspace, that they should shoot it down. And then President Putin responds and says that Russia says a war with NATO will break out if NATO shoots down Russian aircrafts. And so there's all kinds of words being exchanged here, and it is pretty intense. All at the same time, just yesterday on the 24th, Argentina's president is praising Donald Trump for saving the United States and the world from catastrophe. And so he's talking about his migration and trade policies. And so this is just another one of these things where the world is recognizing how President Trump is a problem solver and peacemaker. And speaking of which, Trump unveils the U.S. plan to end Gaza conflict to Arab and Muslim leaders. Let's talk about some of the things he was talking about. This took place on the 23rd, and President Trump, along with Witkoff, presented a U.S. plan to halt the Gaza war during a meeting with the Arab and Muslim leaders. The proposal, the first of its kind since Trump's January 2025 inauguration, seeks to end the conflict urgently, as Trump noted Israel's growing global isolation with each passing day. Within the plan, it proposes a post-war governance structure excluding Hamas, and then here's an interesting word. It says potentially involving the Palestinian Authority. Trump assured no West Bank annexation. So that's a big deal. But then it goes on and it says an Arab official stated that for the first time, we felt that there was a serious plan on the table. And it goes on to talk about how a follow-up meeting is going to be taking place with Netanyahu on Monday. And so that is on the horizon right now. And so just because the date that many people were paying attention to, the September 23rd or 24th, has come and gone, I don't want you to lose sight on the fact that the Bible is still coming to life, regardless of what many people's opinions are out there. We have articles or headlines like this where the UK is going to mandate a digital issue, a government-issued digital ID. And so you have wars taking place all over the place. You have threatening of it. You have somebody solving wars. And so it's just an interesting time to be alive. But again, this never changes the mission of a born-again believer. The mission of a born-again believer has and always will remain the same, and that is to tell other people about the gospel, tell other people that Jesus died for their sins, according to the scriptures, that he was buried and rose again on the third day, according to the scriptures, and that it is for by grace you have been saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast. Guys, this is exactly what we need to be doing. So I don't want you to be discouraged about what's taking place or what is done, because that is done. And so if you were one of those people who are setting the date or whatever, it is done, it's over. It's a non-salvation issue. If you were one of the people who are making fun of those people, I would encourage you to not do that. We want to build each other up. We want to edify one another, not make fun of them. And so this is just my 2 cents on it, but this is some interesting stuff that just took place within the last 24 hours, and I think it's important to pay attention to.